Hello and welcome to the 144.1 episode of the Gochuucast. Astute viewers may have realized that the every Saturday 3 p.m. EST without fail, except for when we do, had the except for when we do part happened last week. So there's another lost episode out in the world.
Yeah, the episode happened. It doesn't exist,
Trust us.
I mean, it
but it
exists.
happened.
It's just there's a couple audio pieces missing to it.
Is this another one of the "it's only you talking"?
Oh, it's literally all it ever
situations?
is. I only ever
Yeah.
it only ever disconnects my output, not my input, and I don't understand why. But alas, here we are.
Yep.
At least it wasn't a super banger this time. That's usually what we lose. It was a
Yeah,
normal
I
episode.
hate it when we have the great episodes and lose them. This one, it's kind of funny because there's a thing we talked about.
All right, new idea.
That will a new idea that will leave secret now for the future.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
really?
was a
But-
calculated loss of an episode, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we talked about the idea, now it feels like an opportunity to be like, a
Like,
secret.
Can you imagine like the week I read One Piece? We talk about it. The entire
I'll quit.
surprise is gone.
I'd quit the whole podcast at that point. I mean, there's nothing else to do. Honestly, even when that ever happens, I'll probably tell you myself to check the audio.
Well, you're not gonna know it. Well, I guess with the moment I start once I say it, I'll start the episode with it. Then you tell me to check the audio.
Yeah, we'll be mid-episode, and I'll be like, check our audio levels before we go any further.
There we go.
It'll be like a trigger. Normally, I would never think about this, but in that moment, I'm just gonna see the timelines where we lose that episode. I've done nothing this week, which
I've
is
also
unfortunate
pretty
because I
much done nothing.
had done a few things last episode, and they weren't important things. It was seasonals, and
Yeah.
we talked about stuff. Surely
Wait, can you guys
was
remind me?
really
Go ahead.
caught up on Apothecary Diaries stuff because I think we talked about you finishing season 1 a little bit.
Yeah, I did. Wait, one question. What was the movie that we wanted to see in April? Give me the name again.
The Miku movie.
The Miku
Yeah,
movie?
it was the Miku movie. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was that or something else. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, sorry.
Oh, we lost that.
No, that was the
You
previous
lost-
episode.
Was that the previous episode?
Yeah, it was the previous episode or like two
say,
episodes prior.
It's gonna be sad if we lost the clip of me just on the podcast putting pressure to go watch the Miku movie.
Do we know
together.
anything more about it other than like it's on April 11th? Like any?
I have no clue.
Are tickets even out yet? I don't think so.
Ain't no way, bro. Like what is this?
North America. They're gonna make me look up on fucking.
I'm looking right now.
I'm AMC. I'm not seeing like ticket purchasing or anything.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything open yet.
Okay, whatever.
I mean, usually it would be more like March time.
Like multiple weeks before.
Fine.
Yeah,
fair. That works. It's not an issue for me, but yeah.
I guess speaking of movies, they put Trapezium on Crunchyroll.
I was gonna say that.
I might
Yeah.
watch that eventually.
Well, that's good to know.
It's on Crunchyroll, right? Or like.
Yeah, on Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Okay.
I was fully assuming, because I think the Blu-ray released today, actually, I was like, okay, wait for the subs to come up on scrupulous websites, and then that would be how I watched it, but no, they actually... I had a feeling they put it on there eventually, because I think they were the ones that brought it to North American theaters, but...
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if it's like anything new really, but I did have some time. It wasn't like good time because I was sick for most of this week, but since I was home, I couldn't go out and do anything that I normally do. I spent a little bit more time watching some shows. So I caught up with a few of my seasonals like ReZero, which I was an episode behind the previous week. I was an episode behind. I caught up with ReZero. I caught up with Medalist, and I caught up with Orb. So I don't know, dude. Orb
Caught
might
up
actually
with
be like
straight peak.
it is so good. ReZero is also good. Like the
The latest
excuse me,
episode
the most
was
recent episode.
so good. Too bad PK
Yeah.
hasn't watched it because there's something I want to talk about in that episode that I think he would find amusing. But
Oh.
I've already seen too much chatter from that episode that I don't have context to, and I need no further context to, because if I have any more context, then we're just in spoiler territory. At some point, it might be a couple weeks, unfortunately, because I don't know if we're able to get the group together this week.
Okay, we can talk about it when everything's done, I guess. But like, yeah,
you'll know what I'm like wanting to talk about when you see it happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, my work schedule this weekend is kind of fucky because I work at 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, which makes scheduling with the person who works third shift and a European and someone on the Pacific coast very difficult. It's already a difficult task, but it is even harder now
yeah,
because I'm like, I don't physically have a time frame where I think all three of those people could be around. So this weekend, ReZero might be a wash for me, unfortunately.
that's
So
fine. We'll talk about it whenever you get to catch up.
might
But
be a little bit of time till I can get to it.
yeah, yeah. So it was good. And then I also started. I mentioned it last time. I guess it was Lost, right, in the episode. But I mentioned last time that I was thinking about starting Clan Ad, so I started that. I've
Let's
only
go.
watched the first two episodes.
You know
So
what?
Admil.
That is at least tied with PK, maybe more.
It is tied. I
Wait,
went to
really?
check.
So I
The
just
second you,
watched one more.
said it, I was curious. I went to check. I'm also at 2 episodes.
What the hell? Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that many opinions, but I do like the characters. I feel like there's like a good variety of different personalities, which is good. So I
I
don't know. That's my
remember
only
nothing.
takeaway. Yeah, that's my only takeaway so
Yeah, it's
far.
only been 2 years since you've seen it, you know.
January 26th, 2023.
That's crazy.
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years.
Insane work.
But yeah.
I mean, that's 2 years.
Yeah.
We don't need to add the over. It's only a month.
No. We have to be accurate. 25 months.
No.
Yeah, we gotta start like aging your lack of watching like how people tell their baby's age. 25 months
Oh
makes
gosh.
25
I used
months.
to do that.
25 months is funny.
I used to do
My not watching Clint Ad be walking and talking soon.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I recently like a kind of a desire because like I felt like I've been trying to keep up with like some seasonals, whatever I can, but like I do kind of want to watch some like old anime that are like you know that were popular or like a lot of people like. So Clannad's one of them, and yeah, I just feel not necessarily obligated, but I feel a desire to watch some of the old shows that are well received. So yeah, that's it for me and Clannad. I guess now that I finished Apothecary Diaries, I also have to catch up with season 2, which is going to be like a whole other thing. So I don't know. We'll see. But at least I was able to catch up to those other 3 shows. So I'll take what I can get. So yeah, that's kind of it for me. Nothing exciting, unfortunately. But yeah.
I did not do anything anime related this week. I have been trying to how do I guess it'd be listen. I've been trying to get used to like audiobooks just to see if I
Oh
can.
boy. Okay.
So I've been kind of trying to like program my brain so I actually like can do audiobooks, because normally I just ADHD and stop paying attention after like 2 seconds of
So this is like an exercise.
It's like a little
Okay.
bit of
Interesting.
yeah. I want to be able
Was
to do audiobooks, so I'm trying to see if I can.
is it so you can
Um,
like listen to audiobooks while doing other things, or
yes,
yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
but
What
I've never really been able to get the feel for it.
I'm
yeah,
not really too big on because like when I'm listening to something, uh, like I'll be focused on it, but if like literally anything else takes my attention, like I'm not paying attention to what the fuck I'm listening to. Like
Yeah, that's
not
kind of. I feel like I retain more than I think I retain in the moment when I back away and like actually think about it all. But we'll see. It's an experiment. I think I would benefit in my life from being able to do audiobooks.
wait, so I was gonna ask what book are you reading, but I guess it's what book are you listening to?
So it's the what was it, Way of the King or Way of
the
Kings? Way of
Brandon
Kings.
Sanderson.
It's the Brandon Sanderson um Stormlight Archive first book.
Okay.
Which is also, can I say, probably not. I mean, I'm not too deep into it, so it is not anything to do with the book itself. But um super fantasy novel is probably not the best thing to be trying to
Yeah,
learn
aren't
how to
his
listen to
books
audiobooks
like
on.
long as all hell?
Eh,
It's, I mean, yeah, I think it's like 45 hours it says on the thing that it would
Jesus.
expect. Um, but it's also like, it's saying a lot of words and names that I'm just like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Because it's a fantasy novel, but it's set in its own like universe entirely in its
yeah.
own systems, which makes sense. So I'm like, I uh, I wanted to try it with this book just because I want to start this series, and so I was like, okay, that's a decent one to like just see if it'll stick because I thought about I was either like I want to either listen to that so I can start this series because I've been wanting to read it for a while, or I was like, maybe I'll get the first Percy Jackson book and just kind
Ooh,
of like do a listen
classic.
to like re-go through the
Oh yeah.
series, which is still something I might do. But that would be a little easier because I'm familiar with the story already.
You need the ReZero light novel audiobooks, bro. That's what you need.
They probably have those.
I mean,
read
probably, yeah.
by read by Daniel.
Hell yeah.
Daniel, please go make audio for all of the ReZero
I would
light
sell.
novels.
Alright, Yen Press, hit me up. Let's make it
But
happen.
yeah, so that's been my experiment this week is trying to figure out how to listen to audiobooks without being entirely distracted immediately. I feel like I'm making a little progress, but we'll see if it sticks or if eventually I'm just like, yeah, I just can't do it. I
Okay.
can't say much on the Brandon Sanderson book yet though, because I'm like 10 or 15 minutes into it probably only.
Do you read a lot of fiction?
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
I would
I
say
never got yeah, never got into it too much, so
my preferred style of any type of story is escapist. So I
yeah.
love
Big isekai guy.
fantasy and like power systems and stuff like that. So
Makes sense. Yeah, I
it's
think I would have a
definitely up
yeah,
my alley.
yeah. I think I would have I mean, I already struggle with like
mansion.
keeping
Right. You realize
everyone's
he's in
like
different clothes.
names and characters in my head, but like usually if I'm reading a book and like I forget like a character, like I can like turn back the page, right, and like like remember what they did or who they are or whatever. But like with an
Yes,
audiobook, that's the part that scares me. It's like I have
I
to like rewind to the perfect like I
it's
don't
a
know.
little bit of a struggle, especially because here's some of the names of the main characters. I have to hear names like this and be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, oh
I
yeah,
remember who that is."
yeah. These
Um,
are fake names.
But we'll see. I'm excited just because I've heard so much good stuff about the series. I don't know
I
if
heard about Brandon Sanderson, but I don't. Yeah, never read.
I don't know if it will be a successful audiobook adventure because I
Well,
kind of feel
worth a
like
try.
I might lose a lot of important stuff.
Are you listening to it like in the car or like while?
I've
Just
been mostly doing the car right now just because
yeah.
it's the easiest time. I mean, ultimately, I think the ideal time for me to listen to it or listen to stuff would be like on my days off when I'm on my computer, like doing games or this week I've been writing some of the mystery dungeon fights for the mystery dungeon
Oh right, yeah.
um mystery dungeon friends hack or whatever that it will probably never exist, but I want to work on it
It's the
because
thought
I'm
that
having fun
counts.
with it. The problem is nobody wants to code for me.
What happened
Fair
to
enough.
your previous coder? He quit?
No, he's doing a PhD.
Well, I mean, that'll do it.
And so he
Feel that.
doesn't have time for me, which
Feel
is
that.
fair. But so it's in kind of like turmoil at the moment, but we'll see. It's very much something that I would like to do one day, and the stuff I wrote, like the fights and everything, were actually, I think, if we could do them in the Explorers of Sky engine, which I believe we could, I think they would actually be really fun. Because I mostly wrote the fights taking like a lot of my knowledge from like MMO raids and stuff like that, like boss fights you would see in more difficult games, and seeing what types of mechanics I could take that still are in like a turn-based system that would be fun but also not like impossible.
Sense. Yeah. The yeah, coding for games is a lot. I don't know. I never got into that, but
Yeah, it's not like especially something like Mystery Dungeon probably wouldn't be too like technically difficult, but it'd be just time consuming.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
Explorers of the Sky has an entire engine that you can do a lot with. Honestly, I could probably do a good chunk of stuff
Like I've
myself
looked
with the
into
engine.
it like a little bit because I'd played through Explorers the Sky and I'm like, wonder what it would take to like make my own thing. And I looked at the tools, a whole lot of work that I probably don't I don't want to put in.
I assume they're like Mystery Dungeon ROM hacks, though, right? Like existing ones.
There are now how many good ones there are is another thing. There's one I
I haven't
played that
particularly heard
was
of one, but
there's two of them I know of. One I played, the other I didn't. I just watched a video on like the story because I didn't feel like playing it. One I played was like a really short, like little. It was like an hour or two of gameplay, but you're like a Fion, and
Hmm. It's a,
then like
it's a Pokemon.
there's like a Lugia that comes in and he's like supposed to be taking over as like king of the sea or some shit or like governor of the area, I don't know. And like taking over for Kyogre who left to do something or some shit. And the Lugia does not like the Fion, and so he gives you like a bunch of impossible tasks, but you go do them anyway. Um, and that's like the gist of the story, I guess. Uh, and then the other one is like kind of a sequel to Explorers of Sky. I'm not gonna give away the whole plot, but like a lot of the game at the start plays out the same, but there's a really big like twist in terms of your character. Uh, but I forget what it's called.
Explorers of Ground. I don't know. I remember the story being sick though. I cried. I cried.
Oh yeah, I cried at that too. The mod
You didn't cry. You don't have a heart.
it's like Spirit something I want to say.
It's
I
fun
was
though.
just curious because I assume the tools for like.
Explorers of
I mean, I feel
Spirit.
like we talked
That's
about
what
this,
it
but like the
is.
tools for like coding like a Game Boy, ROM hack are obviously very different from those that exist for Mystery Dungeon. I assume so.
Yeah, I haven't played with the thing at all. I have zero coding knowledge, so there are things that I feel like from what I've seen of the Explorers of Sky little engine thingy that they have, there are things that I think I could do. And then there's also things that I'm like, yeah, I have no idea how anyone would do that, let alone me not being able to custom code stuff. So we'll see. That's on a hold right now, but I have an entire story written for it that would probably be like the size of a full game. And I also have several of the like boss fight sequences mapped out in theory, depending on what is or isn't possible. But I feel like I haven't put anything on here that shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Speaking of
speaking of,
Pokemon,
I was gonna
oh,
say
go ahead.
speaking of the Game Boy thing.
Go
I
ahead.
remember one time I said on here. Actually, I showed it too. That I was like
You
making
definitely talked about it, yeah.
like my own ROM hack thing. I quit that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I had done a lot, and then I realized I needed to restart because I forget exactly why. All right, I was on. I think I'd mentioned TM's like crash the game, but apparently there's two versions of Fire Red. There's 1.0 and 1.1. I was using 1.1, and apparently that's not very receptive to modding, and so TM's just broke the game. So I switched to 1.0, and then I did that, and I was making a little bit of progress, and then I learned that one of the things I was trying to do, and had like failed horrifically trying to get it to work, because there's a lot that goes into it that I'm just not familiar with. But there's like an updated Fire Red engine that involves like all the mods and stuff. And so eventually I figured out that the editor I was using has like a way to automatically make like not like a I wouldn't call it bootleg, but not like a unofficial version of the updated Fire Red engine. So I did that, but then I'm staring at the game and I'm like, okay, I have all this shit at my fingertips, but like this is the third time I'd be starting like making the
Mm-hmm.
game. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So I'm done with that. But yeah, speaking of Pokemon, continues that.
Oh, I was gonna say the Pokemon Day presents thing or whatever earlier this week. Did you guys watch that?
I
I
didn't watch the
did.
full thing, but I've seen like a bit of information from it.
Yeah.
There's like not a ton that we can really talk about now.
No, I
There's a
mean,
ton of so there was two big announcements, right? So basically every Pokemon IP got some sort of update that if you care about that specific thing, like TCG Pocket got a new little mini expansion pack. There's an announcement for the main TCG, play Pokemon
Masters.
Sleep, Pokemon Go, if you still do Scarlet Violet raids, play Masters, announcements for, all of those things that are just like the next thing coming out. But the two big things were the Pokemon Champions game simulator question mark. It basically to me looked like the spiritual successor to like the Battle Revolutions or stadiums.
Yeah.
Um which has a lot of people very excited, as it should, because the initial reaction I think a lot of people had with that were like, especially because the way they presented it was like, oh, it's like a showdown, like an official like showdown type of battle sim. Um, but we don't have enough information to actually know if that's what it is, and I'm worried slash thinking it's going to be closer to how Battle Revolution was, but which is fine. Battle Revolution wasn't like a bad thing, but it was it's not the same, right? So we'll see. But my opinion, and I think most people's opinion on that, should be kind of incomplete at the moment until we actually know what it is and what you're going to be able to do with it. Well, the one thing that I do know from that announcement was there is a little disclaimer that I'm sure a lot of people missed. During it, that was basically confirming that it'll have a limited roster at launch.
Yeah.
And that is, he was also saying, because this is when they're talking about home connectivity, even the stuff you transfer from home will be limited to whatever the limited roster is.
Okay.
So, unclear what that means. If it is like a showdown-esque battle sim where you're able to customize stuff, maybe that means at the beginning of Champions they'll use it to kind of have like limited metas. So like maybe this will be where a lot of like the VGC and Pokemon Championship type events are run, but they'll be able to put in limited metas straight into this game in order to have kind of
Oh,
better
like the
control and
regulations and
have more,
stuff.
yeah, have
Yeah.
more rule sets and stuff that they can kind of just like put automatically into seasons in one single place rather than a game that rotates every 5 years. That's probably a more optimistic view, but there is confirmed some sort of limited availability for Pokemon at first. So I think even if it is like an official a simulator similar to Showdown, it's still not going to quite be taking that space because it'll be at least at the beginning limited. But the trailer they had was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
And I
It's
like that they're showing some sort of focus on trying to kind of build a competitive scene other than just like, oh, hey, we have VGC. Because I think the biggest barrier with VGC, and VGC right now is the biggest it's ever been, but there's still a huge barrier of entry to VGC, as there always
yeah,
has
of
been,
course.
with the fact that you have to every Pokemon you use, you have to breed and get to the right natures and EVs and everything. And if you're doing it legitimately, it's a ton of work.
Yeah, I'll be interested in seeing what like the customization options are because if it's like it's actually like Showdown, then that's awesome. But um, yeah, I don't know.
I think it'll be somewhere in
Let's see.
between. But I, in a perfect world, it just ends up being like a showdown. I think nothing that can be put out in an official sense can be like a showdown. I think
Yeah,
showdown
because
is what it is because it's unofficial and it's unpolished and it's just
but
like
like when you watch the broadcast, actually, I don't even know if they do this anymore. I haven't like listened to the audio. I watched it on mute because I'm a weirdo. But like back in the day, like 3 years ago or something, when I was watching like the official VGC broadcast, they would explicitly avoid talking about EVs or IVs explicitly. Like they would just say like, "Oh, this Pokemon's trained in speed" or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so that's why I'm like curious how much they're going to um, like in Showdown, you can just actually set the EVs to whatever. Like, will they let you do that? Because if they don't, then it's just like, how can you like perfectly customize? I don't know. Like that.
Yeah,
That's
and
that.
it's always been really weird to me how, like you said in the past, I mean, nowadays they're pretty fine with it. It always has been weird to me in the past how they've kind of like almost gate kept some of that information
Yeah, I
to
don't
like
understand because it's
not
like
bring it
you
attention
made
to
the
it, I
game. Like my
guess.
brother in Christ, you made the game. Like that is a
Yeah.
mechanic in the game. Like just talk about it. It's okay. Like
I don't know
yeah, I
if
don't
it's
know.
just because, and from a broadcasting perspective, maybe it's just them being like, oh, you don't want to sound like a nerd, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I
Like,
think
oh, you
it's
want to
like
sound cool.
also wrong to like assume your viewers are like I don't know. Like I
Stupid.
understand, but like I think there's like a
Yeah.
way to like communicate it effectively.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. So we'll see. I mean, it's clear
yeah,
that at the
we
very
don't know anything,
least,
so yeah.
it's clear at the very least they understand that like there is a competitive community that can be built upon. And then the other thing was another trailer for the new Legends game, which
Oh yeah, like the starters and stuff. Yeah,
funny starters.
I think they should have chosen like not 2 Johto starters, and then like because they already did Cyndaquil, so they're like, well, we can't put that motherfucker in, so we gotta get a different fire type. But like, why? Look, my goat Chikorita is getting so much slander.
that's your goat.
That's
the heck?
I'm not my goat, but like one of my goats. I got a
I
plushie
think
over
like
there.
I think I agree. I think it's weird to have done 2 Johto starters. I also just think it's funny because the 3 starters here are probably quite literally the 3 starters that need the most love in some like way or shape or form, right?
I don't know about
Totodile
Totodile is
is
fine, I think, but like Chikorita and Tepig definitely get a lot of shit.
well, I was gonna say is Totodile just doesn't have anything. It hasn't gotten anything, right? Compared to any of the other water starters. Blastoise has a Mega. Swampert has a Mega. Empoleon, cool as fuck. Everyone loves Empoleon. Hisuian Samurott exists.
Obviously, fucking Greninja's Greninja.
Greninja,
Has everything under the sun.
Popplio / Primarina. It's a fairy type. Pretty good. It's newer. I think that would have been another good candidate for the water slot.
I don't know, maybe
And then
Sobble fucking sucks. They should give something to Sobble.
Inteleon rough, but also new. I don't know what
it's
their like
awkward part.
threshold. So with Legends Arceus, they had Rowlet in there. It gave us Hisuian Decidueye. So they've already established, okay, Gen 7, we're fine with touching at this moment in time, right? So it's like, okay, Popplio would have made some sense to me, because then it would have been another 2-5-7 pairing, which is maybe 2 on the nose. But it just felt odd to me to do the double Johto and Tepig, but because it just kind of felt like the just like the starters that I feel bad for.
Yeah, well,
like,
if I'm capable of emulating this game, I will be picking Chikorita, and everyone who hates Chikorita, everyone's slandering the best Gen 2 starter.
The best Gen 2 starter is
not
crazy.
True, but the thing is, like, Chikorita is by far and away the least favorite starter.
Yeah, no, it's not even
I
close.
think of any starter.
Yeah.
And then after Chikorita might be Tepig. There's probably a little competition for the least favorite starter for number 2, but it might be Tepig. And then Totodile is a weird one because I feel like everyone either really likes Totodile or really doesn't like Totodile. Like I think he doesn't operate much in the middle ground for people. But he's also a starter that I just think hasn't gotten a lot of stuff, so I'm like, I get it. But it just felt odd to have a starter trio that felt so bad.
I think that's kind of the point, I guess.
Say it
But
strictly.
yeah.
The battle system looks fun. I feel like I'll be bad at it. I mean, it's just Xenoblade battle system, basically.
Yeah, you can like dodge stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it was
I don't know.
Xenoblade 2 did this battle system.
Yeah, I do. I could never get that battle system down ever in Xenoblade 2. Like I played that game for like 15 hours or something. Like I didn't get that far, but like I could never. I don't understand that battle system. That's
my problem is
I
I look at this battle system in there and I'm like, I'm gonna be bad at it. Just strictly
hope
like it looks fun.
Performance isn't dog shit because like
is it for Switch too?
It's probably gonna be for both.
Okay, well, hopefully it's good on Switch
because
too.
like
They're kind of
Scarlet.
staying away from talking about Switch 2 at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think Legends Arceus generally ran fine, but like Scarlet Violet ran like doo-doo dog water, so I'm wondering,
Yeah.
because the thing with Legends Arceus is there's never like a city you're in basically besides like the one town, and that's like its own tiny loading area. And but so if we're in a big giant city,
Yeah, but it's just the
Scarlet and
city.
Violet did not like big giant city, so I don't know like what side of things we're gonna get.
Yeah. So we didn't see a ton of gameplay in the trailer, but the gameplay we saw looked fine. I didn't. I mean, I'm not the type of person that watches a trailer and particularly looks for really bad stuff, but um, it looked fine from what we saw. So hopefully it will be.
Yeah,
It
they're not gonna
is.
show the game running at like 5 FPS on a trailer though is the thing. Like they'll
They've done it before.
yeah, that's true. But still
Like I'm not saying you're wrong, but I am saying they have done it before. Um yeah, I don't know. It also depends how big the city is too, because it's
I
like
wonder if they'll divide it into load-in zones, which would be kind of lame, but I don't
yeah,
know.
it's like entirely in that one city, which is kind of cool. Um like I saw someone talking about it that was basically like we've never really had a Pokemon game that has like a really in-depth like city structure like that, because most of the Pokemon games, the cities are just meant to like run through, maybe challenge a gym or do an event or two, and then go on to the next one, right? So the cities aren't really like, obviously the cities are bigger if we were being realistic than they are in the game, where it's like 4 houses and a gym.
Yeah.
But for the sake of the game, they're not going to make an entire city. For real, for real. I mean, some of the games have it, but so we'll see. It should be cool. I mean, some of the like traversing mechanics and everything they showed, I kind of eye rolled at because it was just like Pokemon Assassin's Creed. They had
That's one
the
way to put it.
jumping from roof to roof with the Rotom
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
phone, which there's no way a Rotom phone can support a teenager, a young adult. I don't know what age range we're supposed to assume these player characters are, but
Yeah.
um the little trailer, not trailer, but the little teaser they had at the end that we don't really know what it means yet. We had the phone pop up and it said promotion battle
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
message or something like that. So it was like reminded me a ton of the Journeys anime, which had the um World Coordination Series, which was basically the Pokemon World Championships, and where it was Ash was, instead of challenging gyms, Ash was basically just laddering, right?
Oh, okay.
And as he would ladder,
Base. I
he
like
would
that.
eventually get to like the top of Pokeball tier, and then he had to have a promotion match to go to Great Ball tier and stuff like that.
Okay,
And
okay.
so my immediate reaction when I saw that was, okay, are we gonna have, instead of any type of like gyms or anything like that, is there gonna be like a World Coordination Series type of event happening at Prison Tower, right?
Right.
Because it had the tower showing up there, obviously, but we don't know. That was just kind of my feeling on that. That whole scene just kind of evoked like Journeys vibes to me of that. We're like, that would be cool. I don't think we really know what time frame this game is set up in. I mean, it's in the future of like, it's a sequel in terms of time to XY. It's probably not a sequel, but we know it's after the events of XY, but we don't know how far. So it's like it's in the recent future. Maybe they could do something like that and have you face off against, some of the champions and good trainers that we know of.
We're finally gonna get Floette Eternal? Question mark.
Question mark. We saw it.
It's real.
It is real. Probably will, I would assume, but you never know.
Surely they don't just leave it on the back burner for the rest of time, especially now that they have an opportunity to bring it back.
It just kind of brings into question how and why would you have Floette Eternal, but we don't know. We don't know the story.
Finally kill AZ.
Finally kill AZ. He's become
It's
a
been
happy
3,000
hotel
years or
manager.
whatever. I forgot the meme. What is it? It's been 3,000 years?
3,000 years. Yeah.
3,000 years.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I haven't played Arceus, so I've literally zero freaking reference. I mean, I've seen gameplay, but that's about it. But no, looks cool. Yeah, that was Yep.
I'm excited, but it's Arceus's battle system was pretty easy to get the hang of. I feel like this one is so vastly different from the normal way you play Pokemon that it's gonna be a much bigger learning curve for a lot of people.
Yeah, when I was a
But I
kid.
do.
Oh no, I was just saying, when I was a kid, like I always dreamed of like Pokemon being like a real time battle system, because like
Yeah, exactly.
I just felt
love
like it
the
just makes
idea.
sense. Yeah.
I love the idea of them using Legends, the Legends like title idea to play with a bunch of different battle systems instead of it committing to the one that they did in Arceus. Like it's more fun that they kind of played around now and are like, oh, we did this battle system in Arceus. Now for ZA, well, it's just a stupid name, by the way. But now with ZA, we'll do this other battle system.
Yeah.
So wait, do we know anything else about the Switch 2, like the release date or like anything?
No,
I just know
we
it
just
exists.
know it
literally know
exists.
nothing.
Yeah, they're being very hush with the Switch 2, which I think is good because I don't know. I think as I've gotten older, I've just gotten more of the opinion of like not wanting stuff to be rushed.
Yeah, of course.
Also, though, because I don't know that I particularly want to get the Switch 2 anytime soon. So, the longer it takes to come out, the longer it'll take until the first game that they're like, this is Switch 2 exclusive. And then once that starts happening, then it snowballs. Right?
Right. Yeah. I don't know if I'm probably not going to get it, but we'll see.
I will only get it if I can get it through,
I have a Switch, so
I have a Switch, yeah.
I mean,
but I barely use it. But like, I don't know.
I have a Switch. It's not Nintendo certified, but I got it.
Okay, dude. It's one way to put it. Okay. Okay, buddy.
Wait, tonight was One Piece night. I forgot about that. At the Lakers game.
Wait, what?
Fucking Lakers
really?
had a One Piece night.
The Lakers had a One Piece night. Yeah,
I've seen it at like the LA Rams Stadium. I remember, like
yeah, they
SoFi
did.
Stadium.
They did that with the Lakers as well.
So it's just like an LA thing.
I guess so. A little random, perhaps, but
I was gonna say the old people are so confused, but I guess the LA market is just young people looking for entertainment. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean, if there's an audience for it as well, yeah.
It's
There's
fun.
also a huge Asian population in LA, so like, right, like that makes sense. Yeah. Do the I'm still waiting for the San Diego Chargers schedule
Actually,
thing.
it's
Where
the Los Angeles Chargers.
I don't know why I keep saying San.
Oh
Oh
my
my
Well, and
gosh.
they used to be in San Diego.
I know.
It's been
I'm
it's
just so
been
used
like
to that.
multiple years at this point.
It has been multiple years. No, I'm just like, I don't know. You just get used to it. But yeah, it's the LA Chargers. I don't know. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say the Oakland Raiders were like. I know it's the Las Vegas Raiders, but yeah, that's peak. The schedule announcement through
They're
the
anime.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I actually. Well, that's another LA franchise. I think it's just like it's just LA. You know. Just,
I don't even remember what the Eagles did this year. I want to say we did. Did we do
they
Pop
just won the
Tarts?
Super Bowl, but
Pop
you know.
Tarts might have been last year. I don't remember.
Oh wait, no. What was? Oh my gosh. Wait, was it the Eagles? Uh oh my gosh. They did the thing, the animation with like Harrison Butker like cooking in the kitchen or something like that.
Wouldn't that be the
I
Chiefs?
severely doubt we did that. Well, no,
Okay, yeah. No,
the
maybe
Chiefs
it
wouldn't have
was
done it
the
because the
Chargers.
reason
Yeah.
anyone would have done it towards it was probably the Chargers. They have less
Yeah, it was
children.
probably the Chargers one, yeah.
But like the reason Harrison Butker would have been in the kitchen was because he thinks
Yeah,
women
no. I know
should be.
yeah.
I know. I was saying to PK.
The
He
meme.
said
Yeah,
the
you're saying
Chiefs
it
would
would
have
be
done
Oh
it.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Chiefs would not have done it because they were.
I see. I
No,
see.
no.
They
I wasn't
were.
necessarily thinking about that. I was more so just like Harrison Butker's only really played for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think he's probably played somewhere else, but I
I
only
don't know.
know of
Kickers
him
like
from his Chiefs career. So
yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say there was like there's some kickers that stay on a team for like ages, and then the first kicker I think of is Justin Tucker. He's not looking good right now, so
hey, that might
he's
be the greatest kicker of all time, though. So
yeah, but you know
Well,
he's going through some stuff right now.
yeah. Put an asterisk next to that. No,
wait, does he have? Does he have?
dude.
Oh, he has
Dude. He has
drama.
so
Wait,
many.
I'm
He's like
Bro,
behind.
he's
He has
pulling a Deshaun
Deshaun.
Watson
Yeah, he's
right
got
now, man.
Deshaun Watson type drama.
Yeah,
I've
not
been behind. I didn't know. I thought he was just kicking bad.
Daniel's
No,
King
Based on
Jake
that
Elliott
comment,
would
no,
never.
he has.
yeah,
He has
Jake Elliott
actual.
would never do things to his masseuses.
Facts.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
I
very
didn't know.
unhealthy.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know that anything happened.
It's probably
Or
why he's
stuff
kicking bad because he's probably like had a case on him for however long, and now it's finally out too. So it's like
Oh
just even
no.
worse.
Oh my god, I saw a tweet that was like it was like from a year ago, and um it was just like insinuating that like there's like some stuff behind the scenes with Justin Tucker, like literally year before this stuff was announced. And then like you know how Twitter always is when like someone posts like a cryptic tweet that ended up being correct. Everybody goes to
It
that
blows
tweet.
up.
So they have like
Yeah,
70,000 likes or whatever. It was like it's crazy though. Maybe he did actually have inside information about like
it's like
what
such
he
a
was doing.
funny idea though, because you could also just tweet out shit
Yeah, of course.
like
Just hope
outlandish
it's right.
stuff,
Yeah.
and there is a percent chance that you will one day be correct.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a degree of things that do that. Just like put something out there that's not necessarily outlandish, but is also like
Sure.
I guess it would be pretty
backed by
specific
nothing
though
but
to be like
vibes.
Justin
Was. I think
Tucker
it
of
was. It
all
was like
people.
yeah. I can't remember the exact tweet, but it was like it was it was pretty specific and like people just I don't know. He must have had some inside information. Who knows? I mean, it's not like Justin Tucker was the only person who knew about this. Just people being quiet,
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't know. Let that be a lesson, dear viewers. Don't harass your masseuses and
Bro, if that has to be your lesson, it's like you're kind of doomed. I don't know. But yeah.
apparently
Um,
it was like his rookie year through like it was like 2012 to 2016. Like I don't know, dude. Like you are brand spanking new to the NFL. You're a kicker. You're not making jack shit for money, and you have the gall to even attempt to be doing stuff like that.
yeah.
Not that it makes it better whether you have money regardless, but I'm like, what emboldened him to like think that he was like built like that?
Mhm.
It's just like a feeling of power. I don't know. I could not try to
I don't know, the first
get into his head, but
paycheck
like,
hit
yeah.
different, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the other day I actually overheard a couple of people. I'm like always having like another show that I like. I'm getting tempted to watch, but like I need to be careful because otherwise I'll just start a bunch of shows and never finish them. Uh, I, but yeah, I
You're talking
overheard a
about
couple people.
anime?
Yeah, I am.
This is
Um,
an anime podcast?
yeah.
Fucking talking about
I
Justin
overheard a
fucking.
couple of people talking about Shangri-La Frontier, which
Well,
was like
I mean, you've heard us
Like
talking
us?
about Shangri-La
Every
Frontier.
not
week?
Yeah.
you, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I did, of course. But like, I heard a couple people like in public just like talking about it. I was just like standing in line for something, and the people behind me are like, "Yeah, bro, you seen Shangri-La Frontier? The animation's like super good, and the fights are really good." I was like, "Yo,
Oh, I saw a graphic earlier that was on the Shangri-La Frontier. I think it was the Reddit, probably. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Was it the solo leveling one?
No,
I know. Oh, okay, I was gonna say they had like a little promotion collaboration with solo
there we
leveling
go.
because both Jinwoo and Sunraku both use whatever like dual blades
I did
knives.
see that.
oh,
No, it was the new volume
It's
21
like manga
came
sales
out.
rankings.
Yeah, came out like a week ago, and so they were looking at the sales. It was number one in sales this week. But what was crazy about this? Medalist is number 2, and the new Medalist volume was a month ago.
Yeah, no, Medalist. Like, I've seen some like number ones from it from some of the manga rankings. Like it's blowing the fuck up in Japan right now, which it
Mhm.
deserves. It deserves all the love in the
too
world.
biased, too biased."
Might go. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm extremely biased. However,
Haha.
it is a great series. Shit slaps. Peak fiction.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, and at first I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Shangri-La Frontier on top of this random. I mean, is this the type of thing that's hard to be on top of if you're a really popular series? I don't know. I mean, it's good, right? Because if you're topping this at any point, you're obviously popular enough to sustain. But I'm also like, volumes of stuff come out so rarely that it feels like a lot of series probably can reach number one at points. But when I saw that Medalist was 2, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I was looking at the comments, and someone was mentioned that it's been like a month since Medalist's new volume came out, and it's still number 2 on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I said this in the lost episode. Maybe Engi should just dedicate themselves to Medalist and nothing else.
Medalist. This is it. This is
This
the.
is your
Spread your.
this is your calling. You're not perfect, but you're doing good right now, and so we'll take what we can get. I'm very excited for next episode of Medalist tomorrow, as we're recording this. Should be
Oh,
a
is the
slapper.
next one supposed to be good?
You said you were caught up, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean like
Yeah, like
the one right. I'm caught up. Yeah.
the end of episode 8 was pretty diabolical, so I need to.
Yeah.
I've been very excited for episode 9.
Yeah. I don't know if like I'm not gonna say I'm man, I hate to say it in front of Daniel. I feel bad. Like I've liked the show. It's not like I haven't like disliked it or anything, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like not my kind of show, but I mean I've liked
I
it,
mean,
but
you're
it's
also
like
experiencing it in a much different form than I first did.
yeah,
Like,
of course, right? Yeah, because like you're coming from the manga perspective, so okay, fair. That's fair. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think anyway, I've enjoyed it. I haven't gotten bored, and I've continued to watch it. So that's something that's very positive. So yeah, I think yeah, I think this week I need to catch up with Apothecary Diaries just so I do not like because I'm already like what 8 episodes behind. How many episodes of season 2 is
Oh, have
aired
you not
already?
started season 2
there's
yet?
episode
I haven't
8.
started.
Episode 8 came out today.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, but there's
I'm
2 cores. You have so much time.
sure, I guess. But
You can
like,
think
I
of
have
it
so
that
much
way.
time, but then I'll be like, I have a huge backlog. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway, Whatever. We'll get to it when we get to it, but I do want to catch
This
up
is
with
how
that.
I end up not having finished hundreds of anime.
Well, the thing
PK
is
looking
like,
at Freer and is like, "Oh, we got another core. I'll be fine." Never, never catches up to it
yeah.
until like
I'm caught up.
I know you're caught up now, but you know at the time you were not.
Did you watch more Magi?
No,
Okay, that's fine.
Magi
I just
is
thought of
not
it.
a priority right now, but it's there. I've started it, and therefore it will be watched more at some point. But
Yeah, it's fair. I was just curious because it popped into my head, and just wanted to know. Did we
yeah,
talk about that in the last episode only?
we
Probably.
actually might have talked about it in the last episode. I
Yeah.
started Magi.
Yes, Daniel started Magi.
I watched 3
Uh,
episodes.
I love Magi. Great show. Nothing else we can say because through 3 episodes, nothing happens really.
It's may as well be a prologue, honestly.
You're introduced to the characters. Congrats.
Yeah, very very introductory. Um, yeah, I mean, I say this like literally every week when I say I want to start watching something, but like I have other priorities of I need to catch up on the seasonals I'm never caught up on, and then I need to go get rid of the backlog from the previous year because I've got a lot of stuff just sitting there, and then I can get on to the new stuff.
I just also don't want to get behind because then I start like forgetting like pieces of the like important pieces of the anime. So rather just watch it all in one go, or at least closer to it. So, but yeah, I think that'll be my number one priority. And then I really do want to continue Clan Ed because I've enjoyed the next 2 episodes. So we'll see.
I'll do something someday.
I believe you.
Crap.
Hey, you finished Freer a few weeks ago, so you know you can do it. I believe in you.
It's not even the most recent thing I finished, I don't think, but maybe it is.
Wait, what was more recent?
Need you on an animation too.
All right, relax. Let's.
Season 1 of Apothecary Diaries, realistically.
Okay,
No,
actually,
that is
true,
a much
fact.
more fair
You
than
want-
Niji anime. Niji animation is like watching one episode of fucking anime, basically.
I just was scrolling through my list and saw it and was like, "That's funny." Damn, that is the last thing I finished. I mean, to be fair, I've been
Okay, it's
mostly
okay.
doing seasonals recently.
Yeah. That's fine. I believe in you. You know, I want you to know that.
I've never believed in myself, so
Well, that's the first step, bro. You gotta. Okay, fine. Fine.
No, what we need to do instead of Niji animation, you need to complete in 7 weeks when it releases the Nijigasaki visual novel releasing on Steam.
there's a visual novel on Steam.
April 23rd.
What? No.
No.
Why?
Let's see. Story. The Tokimeki filled days that you spent with the 12 members of the Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. You love and cherish all those moments. But then all of those irreplaceable memories suddenly slip away from your mind. Lost. I guess this is like, spend time with each character, regain memories, something like that. I don't know. All right.
No.
April 23rd, live on the podcast. We're playing the Nijigasaki.
Okay.
Oh my
No, if we
gosh.
do it live on the podcast, I'm in.
Wonder if we get shot for that. Like, it's
Like,
really,
by
they
the
might have music in there.
copyright?
They're like, yeah.
We
Why-
play
why-
it muted.
Like, what if we're
That sounds
going
like
through
terrible.
going through the route and we just get hit with a fucking insert song? It's over. I mean, it's not over. I would just edit it out. Or actually, we don't make money anyway. I would just keep it in and take the.
Yeah.
Beast.
But
I feel like it's part of the game. You know?
as funny as it would be to go through this on the podcast, Spat would probably die like mid episode.
Be confused.
Or give him the day off.
Don't come to the podcast this week. We're
Don't
playing.
Don't
playing
come to
the
work
Niji.
this week.
I mean, something says we're not completing this game within an hour and a half.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
You don't know that.
That's true.
That's true.
You know, it depends on the kind of visual novel, I guess.
I
Because
wish
I
my
mean,
Steam would open.
You
the
just speed click through everything.
the clan ad visual novel, if you want like 100% completion, it's like over 100 hours of gameplay or some shit. So that's its own thing.
100 hours is crazy. Okay, fair.
Oops, that's a volume button.
I don't know. We're
This
not gonna.
trailer is a whole bunch of nothing.
What's fucking visual novel? I don't know what you what you're expecting.
It's literally just
Look, you
nothing. How much is
come
this gonna
for.
cost?
See, that's the thing, right? Like, I will unironically like play this on, well, maybe not stream it, but like maybe stream it in like Discord or something. I will stream the entire thing if it's a reasonable price.
If it's a reasonable price, I would play this with you in a
If it
Discord call.
if it's $60, no chance. Okay, I'll set the maximum at like $45. It better not be 45. This is like a
I
30,
definitely feel like
$40 game at most, I feel like, surely.
we could get like me, you, and Lugia in a call just going through this shit.
We probably could. Let me try and look up the cost. Oh, okay, it's $40. Okay.
Mm,
40 is a lot, bro. In this economy?
I mean, for video games, them bitches be costing
That's true.
$70 these days. I don't know. I wish I knew how much content am I getting out of this?
yeah, that is true. How many
It was 100
hours?
hours, and yeah.
Yeah, fucking 100 hours. Yeah, I'll fucking pay $40, but I doubt we're getting
I
that.
mean, there's 12 of them.
There are 12 of them, that's true. But how long is each route is the question.
Someone's reviewed this? What?
There's a demo, so maybe someone reviewed the demo or something.
Okay, the review actually says nothing. It was like the most useless review of all time. Yeah, I'll be there if we do it in group. I will not be playing this on my own.
Oh, just looked at the review on Steam, dude. Oh my god.
It just doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
It's literally just like yapping the review.
well, are you looking at the same one I'm looking at? Because,
I
like,
might not be. I might not be.
dude, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. This is
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. Send it to me.
Because your reaction makes me feel like you're not seeing the same thing I'm
I
seeing.
don't think I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing.
You're gonna read the first sentence and be like, okay, and then you're gonna read the second sentence, and this is like 2 sentence horror, like the Reddit this Reddit sub.
Oh, yeah.
Can I turn this into a copy pasta?
You probably
Okay,
don't want to.
so okay. So this is the same one I saw. I did
Right.
not actually read the second
You
sentence.
did not read the second
What the
Clearly,
sentence.
hell?
Okay.
I read the first sentence, and I became like the Pikachu confused, Pikachu confused
Oh,
emote, and then stopped reading, and I did not read the second one.
okay. Yeah.
Why does that sentence exist?
I
Some people
can't
are crazy.
read that out loud. That's like a soundbite waiting to happen.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Don't.
You of all the three of us, you definitely can't have that one follow you.
Oh.
This is the next video on the main channel.
You see, I don't know. I've been thinking about it a little bit recently, but right now I don't have anything. Could make a
You don't
medalist
feel
apology
inspired.
video
Yeah.
to Engi. Could make a video on Orb. I don't know. I think I said I'd make an
Orb would
apology
maybe be a fun
video.
one.
Yeah, I think,
Apology video sounds fun.
dude, like my medalist manga video aged like fucking milk. I talked so much shit on Engi. I made the title like shitting on Engi basically. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I have to redo.
Have to issue your apology.
Yeah.
Medalist is hot right now. It's fine. You'll get the clicks, and then they'll go to the old one too to see what this asshole said.
Yeah. The old one has been getting a little bit going. Actually, the 100 Girlfriends video revived. That was cool. I mean, season 2 is airing right now, so you would expect that, but that's almost up to like 70k now.
Did the Dan Machi one get a season 5 bump?
It did. It's at 215,000 views right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's always a fun one.
The Onimai one's almost at 100k, so once it does, I'll have 3 100ks in a row that I uploaded. So it's like that was my Linsanity run.
That was the Insanity run before you stopped making content consistently.
Yeah.
Not that you were ever consistent, but you had a run.
Oh no, I mean
where you were at least putting stuff out at a good pace.
You know, my Linsanity run was straight up like from Onimai to the Medalist one, basically, really. And then I had a really long time where I don't know, I wouldn't call it Hell's Paradise, the Cloverworks little 20-minute whatever, and then the Medalist one didn't all perform like fantastic or anything, but they were part of like a consistent upload, like at least once a month type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the burn of passion again, maybe get back to it. So I'm like not particularly far away from like 5k, which would be just a cool number to hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, at some point, I'll make the return, the Daniel revive. The fucking the Monica video just took a lot out of me.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's the
which is valid.
There's a world where that video pops off and like I get back into the grind because the dopamine rush from the numbers, but it did like mid as fuck, and so all the work that went into that, I'm like, oh, I really just don't.
But we like kind of knew that it would be like that because it's kind of a weird space at the moment.
I thought I had a chance, but I did not land in areas where I thought I would, and therefore failed.
Yeah. I think the demand for Madoka content right now is also questionable. There are always going to be dedicated people looking for their favorite series, but...
Alright, Studio Shaft, release the fucking movie already. Come on.
Yeah,
give me the bump.
Movie buff.
Movie buff.
Have we heard anything new about that?
No. There are days I like just don't, like every now and then I might like rewatch the trailer and be like, is this ever coming out? This is real? Like,
I don't think it's real. It's supposed to be this year, isn't it?
It's supposed to be end of this year, I think.
Yeah.
We get a Madoka game in spring.
A game?
I think it's like a gacha or some shit. I'm actually pre-registered for it, so I'll let you know how it is. It's a Madoka Excedra or some shit.
Wait, like what kind of game is it? Is it like a?
I think it's
not a visual novel.
It's some kind. No, it's not a visual novel. I think it's like there's definitely going to be a gacha, I would assume. I don't know. I haven't watched like too many trailers, so I don't know exactly what the gameplay is like. I don't know. We'll see. It's the same thing with every gacha. If I'm interested in the IP or something, I'll try it out, and then if it holds me, it holds me. If it doesn't, then it gets uninstalled. So
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, we'll probably end the episode there. If you enjoyed,
I had to mute myself a few times because of my cough. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. If you enjoyed this episode,
my turn to interrupt.
Oh my! All right. So this is the end of the podcast. We're never posting ever again. No. That'll be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, subscribe, rate 5 stars, all that good stuff. If you are on the audio only side of things, you'd like to go to the YouTube Is Your Order and Anime Podcast. We are the only one. Same thing from YouTube to audio only. Is Your Order and Anime Podcast. Can't possibly miss us. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. EST, without fail, except for when we do, there will be a new episode out for you to enjoy. Wonder what the Spotify viewers probably just thought this was like another week in the just another week of not
Oh,
getting the
yeah.
episode or something.
Spotify viewers have
Legit
backlog
reason
to
to
catch
say.
up on.
Yeah, I feel bad. I will not. That will not happen again probably until I get sick again. But
Oh, don't get sick, bro.
well, I'm trying my I'm trying my best here.
Good. Don't do it.
Anyway, yep, show up on April 23rd. I guess. Well, April 23rd. What that is. Alright, the episode will come out April 26th. We will complete the entire DJ Kisaki visual novel in one episode. Be hyped for that. But no, we do have a guest episode in the works. It might be a little challenging to schedule, but I will discuss that with my co-host, of course, as needed.
In the coming weeks.
Yes, it'll be somewhere in there. So, yeah, thank you for listening, and goodbye.